Hello again, YouTubers. This is Evenball, and it is Sunday, May 4th, 2014, and I've got another batch of games here for you. So I'm going to start right away here with another PC game that is sealed, Zork Nemesis. Now, this game is pretty common. This is probably the cheapest Zork game out of them all to find, but getting it sealed, that's a pretty good deal. I actually saw quite a few sealed PC games. I could have purchased about 3 or 4 different sealed PC games, but I just decided on grabbing one this week. But boy, it's strange, but I do tend to find these every once in a while. This game, though, $8. It's not too bad for a sealed version of it, but even sealed copies go. If I were to sell this on eBay or something, which I probably won't, I'll probably trade it away. It probably would go for about $15, so it's not that expensive anyways. So I've got another game here that I've forgotten that I purchased a while back, last week, and that is Backyard Wrestling. Don't try this at home. This was also half off. I wouldn't pay $5 for this. I paid $2.50 for it. That's not too terrible. Yeah, the future of wrestling, it says on the back. Well, I'm not so convinced, but it does seem like a fun time waster, at least for a few minutes here and there. I'll give it a shot, see how it plays. I haven't played it yet, but I'll take a look at it. It does look at least a little bit interesting. Okay, our next game here is yet another sealed game. I guess these things are following me around or something. But it's Mecassault 2 Lone Wolf. I tried to fuse a little bit of that title together there, but I've never played this before. I don't know if I should open it or not. It's completely sealed. And it only cost me $1.50. This was half off at Goodwill, so yeah, that's a pretty good deal actually. Even though this game is as cheap as a game can be, even brand new, they go for around $8 or $9. But still, that's pretty good. I might open it, I might not. We'll see how that goes. All right, the next item up is a Wii Classic Controller. Yeah, these are very popular. I didn't have one of these for some reason. So I saw one, it's only $4 at a Goodwill, so I thought I might as well get it. It looked a lot dirtier when I first got it. I've been cleaning it off a little bit here and there, and it's cleaned up very well. It looks very good. So this is going to help me a lot with a lot of those downloaded games for the Wii. Alright, next up I have a Gamecube memory card. This is a memory card 251. And I have one rule when I come across these memory cards, and that's when you see one, you buy it, because you don't find these out in out in the wild too often. For $3, that's actually a really good deal for these memory cards. I've come across about 4 of them out in the wild now in the last year, so it happens. And for some reason, everyone I come across has been a memory card 251, so I have about 4 of these memory card 251s. I grab them whenever I can because they are very useful. Alright, my next game here is my GameCube Game of the Week. Carmen Sandiego, The Secret of the Stolen Drums. Got this at Another Castle video games down in Edmonds, and they've recently expanded. They're adding a big barcade to their area, so that's pretty nice. But this game is, it looks like it's based off of a TV series that I just do not remember at all. I remember the 90s TV series, but this, I don't remember this kid. I don't know if this is just some short-lived version. But yeah, Carmen Sandiego, classic computer game, spun off into a bunch of console games, and a couple of different TV series, including a terrible game show. But this I played a little bit of this, and it is a bit fun. As far as I can tell, the combat isn't too terrible. Your character moves around just fine. Everything looks alright. There's just nothing really special about it. And you're running around opening up all these boxes and grabbing all these artifacts. You gotta wonder who's the real thief around here. But I guess you are just this guy who's running around trying to go after Carmen Sandiego and follow her clues just like all the other games. So far, what I played of it, it seems like a lot of fun, but I don't know. It's very generic and really just nothing special. All right, next up we have a Action Replay DSI with its original packaging, which is kind of unusual. But everything's there. Let me open up this package so I can bring everything out. Alright, I've gone ahead and grabbed everything out of that packaging. Here's the Action Replay DSI. As I understand it, these work on 3DSs as well, for at least playing DS games on the 3DS. I don't know if there's any way to do this for the 3DS just yet, but that's fine. I have a 3DS. I don't have a regular DS yet, so I'm excited to at least give this one a shot. I love the packaging artwork here. All these characters that are on the DS that are just changed slightly so they don't violate any trademark infringement. I mean, I love how Bowser looks all discolored there, and Professor Layton has his hat all the way down so you can barely recognize him. It's just hilarious. Alright, let's move right along to our next thing. Alright, next up I have Legacy of Kain Defiance. Now, I gotta admit, I've never played any of the other Legacy of Kain games, so I go into this and I have no idea who these characters are or what the hell I'm doing. You're playing as this vampire lord guy who's running around with this Soul Reaver who's fighting I don't know who. I'm probably going to have to go back and play the earlier games so I get an idea as to what I'm playing as and what my ultimate goal is, because I'm pretty lost when I'm playing this game. The cinematics don't really tell me everything, so I'm just kind of winging it. But the gameplay seems great. I'm enjoying how you fight and you feed off of your enemies when you're killing them. That's great. That's a lot of fun. You're just running around. The only problem I have is when I'm going from room to room, I have to shift how I'm controlling the character. It gets a little annoying, but that's fine. You know, I'm used to it after playing all sorts of games like Resident Evil and such. But yeah, it seems like a fun enough game, but I am going to need to go back and try and get the earlier ones too. Finally, I've got an Xbox 360 game here, Two Worlds 2, $24. It's about the going price anyways, so it's not that bad. I played a little bit of this, and you know, it seems pretty fun, although the character jumps extremely slowly, and that's very annoying. But other than that, movement's fine, even though he seems a little sluggish. I haven't really gotten too far into the story, but what I've seen of it so far has been pretty nice, and you know, the game looks pretty good. I really have no complaints so far. So, well, other than the character movements, but I might enjoy this one if I have some extra time to play it. Anyways, that's all for this week. Hopefully I will have a bunch more next week, I should. Thanks for watching.